And I gave him over 30 years of research. And I've been out here on the streets teaching, traveling, doing stuff. Dummy. I said, you're just a little punk. And I know you probably been over here. And then furthermore, what are you doing over here? And then, first of all, man, these people in Texas don't care about no goddamn Palestinians, man.
They out there protesting right now.
You out there, man.
Texas love Texas shit.
Man, don't you know where you are? This is Texas. This is Texas. These crackers and even Jake, nobody care about no what's going on over there. That's why you notice at one point a motorcycle came by trying to drown them out. They were singing songs and waving flags. I said, nigga, I said, y'all should be in New York if anything. Right. Or maybe LA. But Texas, what you doing out here? These rednecks and these cowboys don't care about that shit. Am I lying, brothers?
Well, I would say this. A lot of you Christians do.
Okay.
Because they believe that it's fulfilling prophecy.
The Bible thumping.
So this is why, and you get that a lot here in Texas. So like the elders going into, this is why this is so important, because going into our history, it eliminates those that aren't really truly of the Bible. It's based off of faith.
I have to add, bro, I literally just got out the car, I was listening to this. You know, Netanyahu had a press conference. We're going to get to the lesson.
No, it's the spirit. This is all juicy shit. Yeah. Sometimes you got to do commentary. Yeah. The scripture's going to come out. So sometimes you got to do commentary. Like, brother, it's just like that. You can't just read. No, look, don't get me wrong. It's all about the scriptures. But we got to break the scriptures down. You dig? We got to, it's an old method. You got to, if you watch even Apostle Tahar's,
you got to tie it to today.
Videos, Apostle Tahar will talk and commentate a little. Apostle Kabar, then he go into, I do the same thing. You got to break it down. We can't just sit there and just, okay, Jeremiah 14 and 1. And just read, okay, now let's get Hosea 4 and 6. Okay, but now how's the brother learning? Okay, you just read, you just sat there and read some scriptures. But you got to teach.
Right. So I want to make this point because I was listening to well, not a Jew, and basically he was saying this is Joshua versus Amalek.
Right.
And he made this proclamation to the state of Israel. They're going to go into Gaza like this is Joshua versus Amalek. Wow. You know, because you know how it talks about how they you got to wipe out Amalek. So they basically said we got to wipe out these Palestinians. We're going to remove them out of the land, man. Yep. This is them really trying to hijack our history, man. And the Most High is going to send the biggest okie-doke ever. And just like Elder Yatazak was saying, why, when you in the midst of a war with Palestine and you got all this other stuff going on, you talking about the biggest threat to y'all is the young black man?
Yeah.
Because you do have young men that's underneath Ben Ami, or he done passed away. That done settled over that land. Now, I know that makes them all ruffled too, But then you got Jake waking up all across the states. So they're going to bring that to us as we continue to preach. As this thing heats up and propaganda against the state of Israel increases, you're going to have that front like, who said it? You just said, well, you basically were saying the Bible thumpers. The Bible thumpers are going to be basically,
Didn't Vocab Malone try to say some dumb shit like that? Who? Vocab Malone.
I didn't listen to him.
Yeah, well, he has a lot of people on his platform that's rationalizing what's going on. So, that propaganda is being set up. This is how we know we're going to be saved because of fail. I'll watch him on the shot like the others going.
I know.
You got more, Saquon?
No, I was just making that point, like how he likened himself. They likened themselves to Joshua clearing out the land of Amalek. They getting ready to come with it. Mm-hmm. They really want to create the synthetic blessing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And you got it.
They locked and loaded on it. Mm-hmm. All right, we finished that in Hebrews. It was a little bit. Yeah. Go ahead and finish what you read.
Yeah, this is back in Hebrews 11 and 32. I'll read 32. It says, "And what shall I say? And what shall I more say? For the time will fail me to tell of Gideon and of Barak and of Samson, and of Jephthah, of David also, and Samuel, and of the prophets.
See, it's history. Their history. They was always a part of that remnant.
Back to myself.
You see? Every generation, every captivity, there was a remnant. Go ahead.
Who through faith subdued kingdoms, brought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, out of weakness were made strong.
You see what's all possible through faith? Everybody in Israel don't believe that. But Gideon did.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We do.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Out of weakness were made strong, waxed valiant in fight, turned to flight the armies of the aliens.
That's what good stopping point. You see? Now we're finna get into an account where it actually happened. You know what I'm saying? You got something?
Yeah, real quick. The second Maccabees chapter 15 and verse 8. It says, wherefore he exhorted his people not to fear the coming of the heathen against them, but to remember the help which in former times they had received from heaven, and now to expect the victory and aid which should come unto them from the Almighty.
That's the same thing we're doing right now. We just read it. We reading it. Gideon is one of those examples. When you get into Judges chapter 6, it's talking about Gideon's pretty much his upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Being up under the Midianites, catching hell, and then the spirit jumped on him to where the Lord was like, "Look, I'm gonna use you to get rid of these Midianites." You know what I'm saying? Somebody can get that. Get Judges 6 and find the spot.
I got a little bit
And
more.
them devils really,
Yeah.
them devils, but see, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Them Amalekites, bro, let's really be realistic.
They mentioned in this story.
I'm talking about them jokers over there now.
Yeah.
They know that they're not the real Israelites, man. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Them devils, Netanyahu, not a Jew, whoever, them dudes, them Amalekites, it might be a few of them that really think they are, but the elites and them, because when you go, because brother, we've been dealing with them Amalekites for years and we've been messing them up. They admit, like, they know that they're really not the actual bloodline descendants of David's line, or they know they're not. They really deeply know they're not.
Right.
They know they come from the Khazar, and they know that. And other so-called white people know that. Y'all remember we used to bring this shit out back in One West. I know we put you brothers onto that. The Arthur Koestler, the 13th tribe. Y'all remember that? Now, he was an Amalekite himself. He wrote that book. So you didn't have numerous Amalekites come out and admit. I didn't have Amalekites admit to me. Over the years, we've been cutting them that. Yeah, well, you're right. Yeah. And so your people don't fit those. Come on, man. Then we went into the history and tied it in with the scriptures. They know they're not the real people. They're trying to fit themselves in with that. Because why? They're the devil.
That's what vocab is accusing us of.
Right.
We trying to force ourselves into the prophecy. First of all, you don't believe in prophecy no fucking way.
Let me explain something now. Vocab is a goddamn agent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Personally, that's what he could just be a demonic Edomite doing what he's doing. But personally, I believe he's an agent. Okay, I believe he's probably a CIA operative set up to do what he's doing.
He's definitely for hire.
He's for hire, man.
Oh yeah, he's in
But he keep losing.
Yeah.
he's in a high gear right now. He's trying to hold on.
Yep. I was saying, and you keep on having these old school suckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you made a bad decision and you followed a nigga that said he was a God-sent comforter. You disappeared for 20 years, now you come back talking shit.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be so cool to see these other nations beating the shit out of these Amalekites.
Yeah.
But all of these people who think that those are the people to realize, oh, they are not.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bible says you be as a chase row. And for all them old school sucking MCs, right? I said that yesterday. You niggas, and then we watched Apostle Tahar's video. He had them jokers up there looking like members of Goody Mob and shit, right? For real. I said, niggas, hey, that was not. Niggas, Apostle Tahar did the video. He had 4 of them. Niggas look like members. Niggas look like reject members of Goody Mob. Like they was down, but they didn't make the cut.
Right.
They didn't make, like when they was gonna do soul food, them niggas didn't make the cut.
Backup team.
Yeah, backup team, the B team, right? You niggas, and like Apostle Taha explained on the video, y'all gotta watch that video. You have to pay attention to this closely. Apostle Taha, he said, yeah, them dudes, them niggas, we don't know those guys. We don't know them. Because them dudes came after the split. You know, remember, we split when King Mashal left, and we went over to the house of David. You know, the ones of us that would stay with the king, we went with Mo. You know, we go, you know, ooh, man, boy. And see, but you know what? I love it, man. I love it, man. You wanna know why I love it, man? Because you know what, bro, yeah, man. But you know, we gonna remember what Yahweh Shai said, man. He said, you shall have tribulation in the flesh. We're gonna have all of us. That includes all of us, brother. Ain't none of us like more important than like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's levels and ranks in this shit. But bro, my walk ain't no different than y'all fucking walk, man. Apostle Taha's walk, I walk ain't no different. We all walking in the same road together, man. We understand order and shit like that, because there has to be an order, you know what I mean? But bro, real talk, I'm no different than any of you brothers here, man. It's just a matter of dates. You understand? It's just a matter of fucking dates. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk, the only difference between me and you brothers in this room is just a matter of dates. But see, if I don't hold down my oath or my contract that I made, that shit don't mean shit.
Right.
You understand? It don't mean shit, bro.
Everybody gonna get their penny.
Everybody gonna get their penny or you're not gonna get shit. Right. Okay? If I don't hold down my contract, I'm in breach of contract, man. I'm not gonna switch, but I'm going somewhere with this. You understand? I don't care how long I've been around. You see? If I'm in breach of contract, then fuck me, man. You understand? And I'll be here to tell you that shit. You understand? It's about holding down your contract, man, that you made with Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And that's a contract signed in blood. Okay? Now, right? Moving right along, right? Them assholes, right? Them dudes that fell off, and you mentioned them, you know, the reject members of Goody Mob. I'm gonna do a video on their ass. Apostle Taha did, so I'm gonna land back off that. They talking shit about the so-called Israelite thing or the truth, right? Yeah. But you niggas was following, you just, but you said it best. Elder Yatzizak, you said it best. Y'all was following this, Jermaine Grant. Alright? I'm gonna tell y'all his name. Jermaine Grant. Right? The chocolate Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Right? Now, let me tell you something about Jermaine Grant. I knew that nigga when he was a teenager. Okay? He was under me. You understand? He came later, like I was already in the school, me and Apostle Above. He was like the next generation behind us. Just like now, you brothers, some of you brothers came in and the other new young brothers are coming in up under y'all. It's always been that way. It's always been the same cycle. I remember when Jermaine Grant Comfy first came into school. He was a little water boy, that's what we said. But guess what? We were all water boys at one time. We were just the little young dudes. Yo, brother, go to the store, get some waters. Yeah. Look, brother, go to the store, go to the liquor store, give me a bottle of wine. Look, brother, go give me a hamburger. That's called rite of passage. We all had to go through boot camp. Okay, when I first came into school, I didn't have shit to say, man. I didn't have nothing to say. Like, I didn't have nothing to say. It was just all about following orders, okay? Because the young Israelite man, we've been all fucked up. So, coming in this truth, man, we learned order and structure and discipline and respect for our elders. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Jermaine Grant, that nigga, I remember that dude when he was cool. When he was a young teenager, I was still young myself. We were young dudes. But, you know, I thought he was a cool little brother back then. Back when I used to roll with him and shit, right? And shit like that. But then, you know, after the splits, and somehow this nigga rose to power. You know what I mean? But whatever. That's a whole nother long story. But anyways, them dudes was following him, right? Y'all followed this nigga. Y'all really thought he was the guy saying comforter.
Bad decision maker.
You fucking assholes. How could a fat black nigga be the guy sent comforter? How could he be? The God sent comforter? We all know that that's Yahweh Shai according to the scriptures. What comfort what comfort could he bring? No, what he did, he's popping men's wives and straight up hijacking other men's wives and families.
Yeah,
and shit like that.
Jump.
Getting people beat up. Wow. Jumping people. Just doing all kind of men. The comforter's gonna do that. That's not comfort, bro.
Yeah.
So you, them dumb niggas at Apostle Tahar, the goody mob rejects, look at your feelings is hurt because you was following the wrong nigga. What do the Bible say? Cursed be the man that trusteth in man. Mm-hmm. And what else do the Bible say? If the blind lead the blind, they both shall fall into the ditch.
Got a precept too, Apostle.
Come on, read it.
This is Matthew 24:5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, or anointed, and shall deceive many.
Good. So them dudes, they ass hurt.
Yeah.
They ass hurt, man. That's it. You mad. So now you want to come back and talk shit. You don't know nothing. Right. And Vocab Malone, we trying to equate ourselves into being the Israelites? Come on, man. Vocab, you know better than that. I think you know better.
He's in full opposition mode right now. He fights for his team.
He doubling down.
Right.
He
Yeah.
fights for his side.
And that's the thing. That's why we get into the whole mindset of the Lord whittling down Israel until he gets to what he needs, which is the 144,000. The example is Gideon in the 300. You had dude, this dude, first of all, close your mouth. You need to tie your shoes up. You look scared as hell. And the Lord whittled it down until he got to what he was, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why the Lord's like, I don't need no whole lot of Israelites to get rid of these Midianites. I need the number I need.
That's it.
And he utilized the number that he needed. Okay?
The Lord always loved that, man. The Most High, Yahweh himself, he loves the flex. He loved the flex. The Lord.
When he put the spirit on Gideon. When the Lord put the spirit on Gideon, Gideon was like, I'm the least in my house. I'm this, I'm that. He was like, look, I'm not already chose you, so get ready.
King David was the least of his brothers, remember? Yep. David was the little brother that took care and tended to the sheep. He was a sheep herder. But David had older brothers. Y'all know that name. And he was the runt of the litter. And Jesse was the father. Them dudes were all warriors and big bad dudes. They was already in Saul's army.
Yep.
And when the prophet Samuel came, and Samuel was like, nope, he ain't the guy. Nope, he ain't. Surely he must be the guy. Nope, he ain't the guy. Right. You know how deep the prophet Samuel was, man?
Yeah.
And then Samuel said, look, man, Jesse, don't you have any other sons? And even David's own father didn't believe in him, man. He said, surely it's just little David in the backyard with the shit. And then we'll go back and read the accounts. And Samuel said, look, bring him hither. And then Jesse was kind of being said, well, that can't be him. He kind of like almost wanted to argue with Samuel. Samuel had to curse him out. Yeah. I said, look, man, bring him here. I told you, all right? Right. And when Samuel the prophet said something, which that's Abba. Okay? We're going to keep saying that shit. That's Abba. Niggas, look, their brothers, hey, we at the point now, we just letting all everything loose. Hey, one by you said it, man, last night was, that's one of the best camps I've been in a long time. Spirit was, the realities of fucking the truth. Not, y'all know what I mean, man.
Yep.
It's time for it to come out in the world. Yeah. Whether these fucks out here can acknowledge it or not.
Or not, yeah.
You can't get it, fuck you, man. Yeah. You gonna get it when the shit hits. You understand? That was Abba, man. Samuel the prophet, that was Abba Bivens, man. Okay? You see what I'm saying? But he said, come here, bring David. They brought David. The Spirit is like, this is the king. And Samuel anointed him. David was the least of all his brothers of his household. The Lord likes the underdog. The Lord loves it. Israel in the whole is the underdog. You know? Case in point, last night, that Arab or whatever the hell he was.
I meant to ask him where he was from.
Yeah.
I didn't get to that part.
But supposedly he was claiming to be one of them.
We didn't get to that part.
We didn't even get because he didn't hang around long enough. But he was offended when we got down on Islam.
Yeah.
That's why I said it earlier. I said, man, fuck Islam, right? And I was wishing that he would try to be froggy. I said, that'd be a mistake. You know what I'm saying? But I think he knew that. I said, you can do all that screaming and yelling across the street. See, I'll do something to you, boy. I'll do what your daddy should have did. Take off my belt and spank you with it.
I had underdog. Oh, slide.
Go ahead. Because they don't respect, like the elder Washawamba and this elder, they were, doing the main teaching. His attitude was very smug and condescending towards us because, you brothers worded it better last night because he come out there and a bunch of niggas in his mind wearing dresses, right? How could they know more than me?
He come up even like this.
Yeah.
But y'all read the King James, right? He had this posture like that, like this. Well,
Yeah, like a smug, condescending attitude. Because that's the mentality of Esau and all these nations. They see a group of Negroes and Hispanics, right? So it's like, oh, who the fuck are you serious? That's how long Israel been looked down on. You know? But here lies the problem, brothers. These 2/3 niggas, they feed into every negative stereotype that Esau has produced about Israel. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Am I lying?
Like a rail.
Pookie, Ray Ray, Big Shirley, Keisha, that like things are reversed. Like I remember even as a kid growing up, when it came to so-called black people or even Hispanic or even Native American people, when I was growing up in the 80s and shit, the whole mentality was for our people to get away. Like your parents taught you or your elders, whatever negative stereotype about our people, you were taught to behave. Remember we talked about this before the class started.
Right.
You were taught to behave totally different from the nigga mentality. Or whatever, you know what I mean? The spick mentality. The bow and arrow mentality. You were taught to behave totally different from that. But now, because of this fucking social media, right? You got these fucks on social media, men and women, homie the clown behavior and shit. So now, Jake feeds into it more. You see? They feed into the goddamn buffoonery. So now, the other nations, they go on social media. This is worldwide. You got motherfuckers in Egypt that can go on social media. Motherfuckers in the Congo, wherever you want to go. In China, with remote parts of the earth, they got social media. And they look, America's that beacon of light. That's Babylon. And they look and they see the so-called Negro and Hispanic and Native American acting like buffoons in America. So when they come here, that is like this whack. Who are these niggas? They don't know nothing.
right.
These are buffoons. So now you understand why, going back to Gideon, the Lord is always dealing with a small number. The 2/3 got to go.
They gotta go.
Brother, don't have no feelings. Man, I would hope all you young brothers don't have, I would hope y'all been in the truth long enough not to have no type of,
To be over that shit.
to be, elder.
They gotta go.
They got to go. The 2/3 got to
In
go.
order for the 1/3 to be glorified, the 2/3 gotta go. In order for David to be king, Saul had to go.
Yeah, it's like the Most High took us through experiences so we could truly understand it. Because you can't. There's a part of the scriptures if you don't refine your hate, the parts of the scriptures is locked to you and blocked from you really understanding it and getting on that personal level. Like really understanding how much Yahweh Shai is ready to go and how it needs to happen and the order of the angels. They ain't thinking about nothing else but say, what do you want me to do, Yahweh Shai? We got to be like that, That's why Gideon, you know, I know you're gonna get into it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Where we at? Yes. We're gonna get into a little bit of Gideon's beginnings. You know what I'm saying? Think about yourself. Put yourself in Gideon's shoes. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is raising us up to be judges, to be captains, to be princes, kings. We're being raised up to be all those different things. You see? You would think, I was like, you would. This makes me think about our camp heads, our apostles, our elders. All of them have been in this role. What we talk about all the time. Everything you learn, you're gonna have to do what? You're gonna have to teach. That mentality starts in this book. Let's go.
Judges 6:11. And there came an angel of Yahweh and sat under an oak which was in Ophir, that pertaineth unto Josh the Abizrite, and his son Gideon threshed wheat by the winepress to hide it from the Midianites. And the angel of Yahweh appeared unto him and said unto him,
everybody's had this moment to where something happened that sparked you to put you on this path. Go ahead.
Yahweh is with thee, thou mighty man of valor. And Gideon said unto him, O Yahweh, O my Lord, if Yahweh be with us, why then is all this befalling us?
You know what I'm saying? You had the moments, you had that conversation. Like, if Lord is with us, why we getting our ass whooped like this? And of course you come to the conclusion that we put ourselves in the shit by falling away. But it's a build up on the epic comeback starting right here. You see, Midianites was on our hell. Go ahead.
And where be all his miracles, which our fathers told of us, saying, did not Yahweh bring us up from Egypt?
It always go back to the history. You always got to go back to the history. The thing, the GMO babies and all these people that's all fucked up now, they don't understand the history. That's been locked to them. You see? But Gideon was like, bro, look, Lord, what's up? We heard the stories. We know how you get down. So what's up now? Which is a legitimate question because the Lord didn't tell him he was going out. Go ahead.
But now Yahweh hath forsaken us and delivered us into the hands of the Midianites. And Yahweh looked upon him and said, go in this thy might, and thou shalt save Israel from the hand of the Midianites.
Scripture talk about saviors. That's one savior. You know what I'm saying? We'll say Yahweh through Yahweh Shai. That's the savior. But it's also men. It's always a remnant. You see, judge after judge after judge was sent to deliver Israel from their captives. What's different about that now? If we're not in captivity now, I don't know what. You see what I'm saying? But from Elder Abba, you know what I'm saying, to King Mashah and High Priest Ariah and those men, down to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, down to babies like us. We that remnant, if we endure to the end, we in that generation of the world, we like, Lord, we got all the history, we got all the, right? First of all, Salakia, because we get it. Can you go ahead and put the spirit on us to get the fuck up out of here now?
Come.
And he will. That's why you kept on having judge after judge. Every time we ask the Lord to come get us, he come get us.
Yep.
That's in Judges. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Let's go.
Every time.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna say this, man, you mentioned I always still give him his title. You know, he didn't have that, Rabbi Bivens, he was known as, me, and even about, we never met Abba. By the time we got there, Abba had already left, but we knew his students. We came up under Abba's students directly. You know what I mean? King Mashah, High Priest Ariah, High Priest Yanquab, man. And, brother, that's That's a privilege to be able to say that, man. Because, of course, Apostle Tahar, of course, was my immediate superior, immediate apostle. But, yo, I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be in High Priest Ariad's car. I'm a direct student of High Priest Ariad, too. I learned from High Priest Ariad. I had direct contact with the man, High Priest Jaguar, King Mashah. So, in retrospect, like, I'm the direct student of those men. You know what I mean? And if King Mashah, we've said this before, not just me, Apostle Tahar, Gabar, if King Mashah, let's say somehow that if King Mashah was still with us on the earth, he'd be with GMS. A lot of niggas would just say, okay, all right. See, but I don't argue with that because I know better. If King Mashah was living, we affectionately call him Mo, which is short for Mashah. And these fucking Mo's, they ruined that because, so Mo, but no, we call King Mashah. But not everybody, just, certain top guys that was close to him. Only the top, the elite men can call him that. Hey Mo, Mo short for Mashah. You know what I mean? If King Mashah was still living now, if he was still here, guess what? He'd be with GMS. He would be with us. Okay? That's a fact. I'm telling you the truth. King Mashah would be with us, leading us. Okay? You know what I mean? High Priest Jaguar. If High Priest Jaguar, let's say, was still living, he'd be with us, man. You know what I mean? High Priest Ariad, the Lord had to do what he had to do with him, because he had to, it's all spiritual. So he had to be used as a stumbling block. And that's what men don't get either. The Lord will have men of the Lord go off or do something that look crazy to be a stumbling block to niggas that he don't want. You know what I mean?
The doubters, get them out the way.
Get them out the way. And you know what? Barakatah Yahweh, for what Yahweh, the Lord have done these things. Yeah. And those dudes, the Goody Mob reject crew, the Lord set up the nigga Comfy. He ain't no man of the Lord. The Lord set him up. The Lord sets up stumbling blocks. See, this road is not an easy road. Come on, what does the straight gate mean? A position of difficulty. So if you go a narrow, hey, you brothers in here that we, where's Shaquad? Is Shaquad in the room?
I think you went to the...
Okay, but Naya's here. That trail that we walk, that little mountain, the trail, the one I love so much, that trail, that's like the straight gate, right? That trail. That little trail, our little trail we do, that shit is difficult as fuck. It starts off, it even starts off kind of rough, because even in the early part of the trail, you walking on rocks and stones, wooden steps, and then at certain points it's kind of smooth, but then all of a sudden you walking upstairs, but that's the point you already hit.
Yeah.
And then you gotta just keep going, like the demon, the flesh, fucking man, quick, turn around and go, but you don't, you keep going. You know what I'm saying? You keep that. You've been to that trail. Yeah. That's my trip, man. I couldn't wait to get back to Dallas so I could be on that trail. We hit it last Sunday. You walking up and down that, and you gonna get in shape. That trail, that's the straight gate, because like it's difficult, man. It's a certain point stairs, and you think you're done with stairs. Boom, there's some other stairs, the wooden logs that you gotta walk. Man, and you thinking that's done, and another, boom, another stairs.
Yeah.
Boy, up a hill, you be thinking you're gonna just collapse, but you keep doing it. You don't quit. You know what I mean? And fuck it, then when you're done, you feel so accomplished, man. By the time you're done with it, you know what I mean? Another one, I don't know if you brothers been to Atlanta, to the Atlanta camp, the Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain, yeah.
That Stone Mountain.
I did that.
Yeah, that's
rough.
Real talk. That Stone Mountain got that trail deep.
Yeah, that's Stone Mountain.
Pretty much that Stone Mountain, that's me and Tazwan, man.
Yeah, drenched in sweat.
That shit right there, bro, that's...
You can die on that motherfucker.
You could die in that motherfucker. That's pretty much like rock climbing.
Yeah.
You kind of almost need rock climbing gear.
It's a big ass rock. It's just a whole rock.
But when you get to the top and you make it, you feel so accomplished in the spirit.
Oh yeah, Montagun took me to the highest point in DC.
Yeah.
They had to take a trail and go all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. We took hella pictures when we got to the top of that bitch.
Hell yeah. But that's indicative. Those are all things that are indicative of this truth.
That's right.
See, that's what remember the Apostle Paul used, he always used analogies. That's why the Apostle Paul was one of the deepest of all the apostles, man. He always used analogies. And like Apostle Tahar said, he used to go back, look, bro, man, we can't, when you read the scriptures, that's why you bring it out Gideon now, right?
That's right.
Like Apostle Gabar says, man, like, see, bro, man, we learned on higher levels, man. We learned on, the way I learned this truth was on a high fucking level. I guess that's why we, like, you know, sometimes I can be so intense, man. You know what I mean? And that's why Satan throw things in your way to try to fuck you up. Like a woman, or even your kids, or whatever it is, or your infirmities. That's why he throws them curveballs to try to fuck you up in the head, man. But then if you have your faith and you just maintain, you can make it through to the other side, man, of your adversity, is what I mean. You know what I mean? That's why I talk to you brothers so passionately, man. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Hey, man, these scriptures, like Apostle Gabar says, man, they got to come off the page and come to life to you when you read them. You can't just be reading these scriptures like, okay, you just reading about some dudes from back thousands of years ago, and that's what they said, and so I'm just doing it because that's what this brother told me that I got to, like you said, you know what I mean? It got to actually come off the page like a pop-up book and come to life. And you got to put yourself in the story.
You got to put yourself in there.
Y'all brothers got to put yourselves. Don't just be, okay, well, Elder Ariella, Yashawamba Ariella told us we Israelites, and it sounded good, so we just rocking with them. You know what I mean? Right?
Right. Nah, man, you got to put yourself in the story, man.
That's right.
You are those people.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. When you get to those men that left and was looking while they was drinking, you might be one of those men.
God.
That's what gotta come through. That's what gotta come through. You know what I'm saying? When you read these stories, I could be one of these men.
God.
You know what I'm saying? And if I was back then I mean I am now.
God.
Okay?
God.
Let's go.
God, back in Judges 6:14, and Yahweh looked upon him and said, go in this thy might, and thou shalt save Israel from the hands of the Midianites. Have I not sent thee? And he said unto him, O my Lord, wherewith shall I save Israel? Behold, my family is poor in Manasseh, and I am the least.
That's what I'm saying. And you can get caught up into that. Well, I'm wicked. I'm this. I'm that. Look, the Lord chose you. What you gonna do? Tell him no? I say, yo, I know you ain't shit, but I picked you anyway. I told you I'm gonna be with you. I told you I'm gonna put my words in your mouth. Don't make me kill you, boy. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Lord talks to us. Don't make me fuck you up, boy.
Yeah.
I done sat up here and told you I'm with you. What the? Really, you gonna doubt that I'm with you?
That's right.
And then you fall the fucking line. Break out what you got.
Exodus 4:10, it says, and Moses said unto Yahweh, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore.
And the Lord like, I know. You think I don't know? I'm finna work a miracle through you, son. Go ahead.
Neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am of slow speech and of a slow tongue.
That's what's gonna make it even greater. That's what's gonna make it even greater. And since that bothers you so much, I'm gonna raise your brother up too.
When you go into it, the Most High told Moses, he said, I made thee a God unto Pharaoh and Aaron as your prophet. He said, I made thee unto a God, I made thee like a God unto Pharaoh, and your brother Moses as unto you, pretty much as being a prophet. So a lot of times, whenever you hear Moses speaking to Pharaoh, that's really Aaron talking to him. And that was Moses giving Aaron what the Lord told Moses to tell Aaron to tell him to Pharaoh. You see, but it's like at this point, he's like, Lord, I can't speak. You know what I'm saying?
Because Aaron was the interpreter.
Exactly, right?
Because Moses, and they always say, boy, I grew up in that Jehovah's Witness shit. my mother said, which, you know, she did that job. I said, well, why Aaron was there? Oh, because Moses, they said he had a speech impediment.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Moses didn't have no fucking speech impediment.
Hell no.
Moses didn't see, he wasn't fluent in Hebrew. Why? Because he was raised up in Pharaoh's house. Moses was an educated, high-ranking official in Egypt. He could have been next in line to probably become Pharaoh. One of the Pharaoh, you know, like Joseph. Moses was fluent in Egyptian, so his Hebrew wasn't all that great. But Aaron grew up in Goshen, and that was his brother, so Aaron had to be the interpreter. You know what I mean? Moses wasn't fluent in Hebrew. Like us. Like we can speak some Hebrew, none of us are really super fluent in Hebrew. But we know we know enough.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like we kind of like in the position of Moses. Right. You know?
That's right.
We can converse, we can kick some Hebrew to each other, and we can put up prayers, but you know, we're not really super fluent. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But we will be.
I got a real quick one. Wisdom of Solomon 5, and I'm going to run through it. 5 and 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. So when they see the Lord dealing with us, it's going to be a strange sight to see. Much like what happened to the Midianites.
That's right. You know, I'll read verse 11 and 12 real quick just to add to the point. It says Exodus 4, verse 11. And Yahweh said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb or deaf? Or the seeing or the blind? Have not I Yahweh? So the Lord was like, man, look, I'm the one that's in control, man.
I got you.
Like, I can make the deaf, I make the blind, I make you see, I make you hear, open up your ears to hear the word. You know? That's right. Just like the Lord said, he that hath ears to hear, let him hear. Right? Last point, verse 12. Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say.
That's what I'm saying. So it ain't no, if the Lord tell you that, if the Lord be with us, who can be against us? The Lord constantly confirms that I got you. I got you. I got you. And we're going to keep on reading with Gideon. You know what I'm saying? Because what I want to do, I want to establish in chapter 6 that the Lord woke him up and told him that I'm going to deal with you. And then in chapter 7, he got fucking busy. Go ahead.
Judges 6 and 16. And Yahweh said unto him, Surely I will be with thee, and thou shalt smite the Midianites as one man. And he said unto him, If now I have found grace in thy sight, then shew me a sign that thou talkest with me.
That's what I'm saying. We've been shown that sign in our walk. You seen the apostles and elders on the highways and the byways, whether you saw it online or whether you saw it in person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then you come into the camp. Then you grow. You go from water boy, I would say you go from water boy to holding post, to speaking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a process. You see? Now, it don't show all Gideon's every step, but just know. Go ahead.
We're going to keep going because it's going to start going into,
Going to when Gideon was like, well, Lord, if you're dealing with me dealing with the fleece that got wet and didn't get wet.
You want me to keep on going?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and that's in verse 36. Yeah. What are you talking about, Zaquan?
Okay, I'll jump to verse 36 here. Verse 36, and Gideon said unto the Most High, if thou wilt save Israel by my hand, as thou hast said, behold, I will put a fleece of wool in the floor, and if you do be on the fleece only, and it be dry upon all the earth beside, then shall I know that thou wilt save Israel by mine hand, as thou hast said.
Now keep this in mind. What you need to take from this through the Spirit is it ain't nothing you can ask the Lord that he cannot do. Right? Okay. It ain't nothing you can ask Yahweh that can't be done. Especially if you believe he can do it. Let's go.
And it was so, For he rose up early on the morrow, and threshed the fleece together, and wringed the dew out of the fleece, a bowl full of water. And Gideon said unto the Most High, Let not thy anger be hot against me, and I will speak but this once. Let me prove, I pray thee, but this once with the fleece. Let it now be dry only upon the fleece, and upon all the ground let there be dew.
Now he coming with all these stipulations, right? The Lord already told you I'm dealing with you, but he needed it to be confirmed.
Yeah, shit, man.
Show me
You know what I'm saying? And the Lord was like, "Shit, okay, nigga, that's all you got."
Yeah.
So you saying that's Jake?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like that song Glenn Johnson, Show Me.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the old school song.
And then eventually it gets to a point to where you don't need none of that. You just believe. Right? By the time it was time to go to war, Gideon believe. Go ahead. He had to be fully persuaded in his own mind, like the Apostle Paul said. And the Lord ain't got no problem proving unto us. What the fuck? Go ahead.
And the Most High did so that night, for it was dry upon the fleece only, and there was dew all on the ground.
That's what I'm saying. So exactly what he asked for, he got what he was looking for. The Lord, I got you. So that's what I'm saying. If the Lord got you, Yahweh Shah even said it. Anything you ask in my name, I'm going to give it to you. The Lord already told you he did it with you. So all that go hand in hand. Either you believe that or you don't. And if you don't, fuck off. You got something, Tyler?
Real quick, on Luke 1:37, for with the Most High nothing shall be impossible.
That's what I'm saying. I want the fleece to be wet, but I want the ground to be dry. And I want the ground to be dry. And I want the and the Lord was like, cool, nigga.
We do that all the time.
Get ready to go for war. Get ready to go to war and save Israel, like I told you earlier in the chapter. Let's do this.
Right.
Go ahead.
Chapter 7.
Yeah, we're gonna jump into chapter 7 now. And then now we're gonna get down to where the Lord is whittling down the army. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got we here for a good time, not a long time, right? All right, so let's get to the point now. Cause see now going into this chapter and the mindset that Gideon was given, you know what I'm saying? He was given that mindset. That mindset exists in the world today. You see? And as you watch this army get smaller and smaller and smaller for the Lord to make his point, you're going to start thinking about all the things that's going on today. And you seeing these dudes fold up like cheap fucking clothes. Right? You seeing these dudes turn their back on the Lord. You seeing these dudes sell out. Right. The Lord was like, you know what? I can't use you. I can't use you. I can't use y'all. And he whittled that army down until he got to what he needed. Fast forward to today, that what he needed is going to be that 144,000. That's right. That 12,000 from each tribe. Somebody get their calculator out and put, what is it, 8 billion people on the planet or 9 billion? Right? Put 9 billion in your calculator and then subtract 144,000. Let's go.
This is Judges 7:1. Then Jerubbaal, who is Gideon, and all the people that were with him, rose up early and pitched beside the well of Harod, so that the host of the Midianites were on the north side of them, by the hill of Moriah in the valley. And Yahweh said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, which vaunt means boast, saying, my own hand hath saved me.
That's what I'm saying. So you think just because you deep, you won this war. The Lord didn't want that. You see? We want to be the biggest camp in Israel. We got to wake up the whole nation. No, the fuck you don't. You didn't do what the Lord told you to do or get jacked up.
That's right.
And men want to do what they want to do.
You see?
Right.
The Lord said, I don't need all that.
Right.
Go ahead. We whooped that nigga ass. It's 20-1.
Yeah.
We beat the brakes off that nigga.
Yeah. That reminded me of a clique that was down here in Dallas.
PTP.
We Too Deep.
Yeah. Poe Terrace players.
Yeah. They probably from the, but it was cats from Be Too Deep, and they would just go to the club, and they was really just literally this deep, 50 niggas deep, and they'll pounce on one nigga.
Yeah. Well, actually, they was after PTP.
That was after.
I'm a little bit older than you.
That's what I'm saying. It was just like
Yeah.
that was like that was the next thing. PTP was.
They was blood.
Yeah.
They was
But
blood.
was they bouncing on white people?
Hell fucking no. Nah.
Was they going out to Fort Worth and pouncing on them cowboys out there?
Nah. Back then, niggas from Oak Cliff wasn't even allowed in Fort Worth.
Yeah, there you go. There you have it.
Verse 3. Now therefore go to proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead.
Did you see that? The Lord said, look, whoever's scared, if you scared, I'm going to need you to roll. You see? To make that army smaller. You seeing who's scared now? If you scared, just go home. You seeing that today. We ain't got to say no names. Keep going.
And there returned of the people 22,000.
22,000 people say, you know what? I'm scared. I'm out.
That's a lot of people.
Right. It's a lot of people doing that shit today. You know?
Man, 22,000.
Go ahead.
Now,
Well, I'm sorry, 22,000 out of how many was the original? What was the original number?
Well, it's saying, if I read, it says, and there remained 10,000.
Okay,
So
so
it's 32,000.
so basically two-thirds. Two-thirds.
and now we gotta clear out the rebels.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Let's go.
Wow. And there remained of the people 22,000, and there remained 10,000.
Yeah.
And Yahweh said unto Gilead, the people are yet too many.
It's still too many. It's still too many. 10,000 men. It's too much. Go ahead.
I bring them down unto the water, and I will try them for thee there. And it shall be that of whom I say unto thee, this shall go with thee.
They were tried by the water, boy.
Yeah.
Water.
Tried by the water.
Tried by the water. Let's go, champ.
They tried them down by the water, man. Where's my handkerchief at? It said it tried by the water.
Wow.
Go ahead.
It says, and I will try them for thee there, and it shall be that of whom I say unto thee, this shall go with thee, the same shall go with thee, and of whomsoever I say unto thee, thou shalt not go with thee, the same shall not go.
That's what I'm saying. He's willing down to the elect at that time. This I'm gonna go to war with the elect.
Man.
All my hand-picked men. That's who I'm gonna go to war with. You see what I'm saying? That number getting smaller and smaller. The Lord showing you how He making it smaller. You see? Go ahead.
So he brought down the people unto the water, and Yahweh said unto Gilead, everyone that lappeth of the water with his tongue, as a dog lappeth, him shall thou set by himself. Likewise, everyone that boweth down upon his knees to drink. And the number of them that lapped, putting their hands to their mouth, were 300 men.
That's what I'm saying. The thing is, when you're at war, you can't be distracted by nothing, even your thirst. Right? You drinking water like this. You looking around.
Circumspect.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. You vulnerable as bro. Have you ever been thirsty as fuck?
Yeah.
Your attention ain't on nothing but that water.
Yeah. And you probably stressed out too because you about to go to battle. So you naturally, stressed. Like say when something happens, you know what I'm saying, you'll go to the store and I guess I'm talking fat right now. Get some Reese's Pieces or something.
Yeah.
This example. I don't do it. But this example, like when you stretched out, you go and you eat, you want to feed your flesh versus being in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? This is what they were doing.
And what's it? You had men that was being circumspect as they drank the water, and then you had people that were just all completely done. Just it's all about the water. Not bro. Earlier in the chapter, they tell you they can see the Midianites. The Midianites can see the Israelites. The Israelites can see the Midianites, and you just get this nigga ass out of here too.
That makes me think of the scripture where the Lord, in the scripture it says, these are they that feed themselves without fear.
That's what I'm saying. Boom.
Great precept.
You see? You can pull it. Yeah, you can pull it.
Yeah.
And it's all about that mindset. You see? Them dudes is just down here drinking the water and all that. That's them niggas chasing that bag.
Exactly.
Okay?
That's when you look at the nature channel, you see certain animals that drink by the bank of the river, and those that are not paying attention, just gobbling, drinking all that water, more likely they're gonna get eaten by a crocodile. But you see those predators, those more keen animals, they look around, they're cautious, they creep up to the water and all that. They have less likely chance of being eaten.
Yeah. I'm thirsty, but I ain't stupid.
Yeah.
Take a little sip at a time.
Yeah, first they have their head up and looking at that go, but they see man the whole land versus the other ones. They just base down in there, and next thing you know, it's a crocodile on there. You know?
You know what I'm saying? I'm drinking water in a hostile territory.
Right.
Yeah, behind enemy lines.
You see? We drinking water in a hostile territory.
That's right.
That's why we making sure we looking around. Let's go, champ.
That's right. Did you have that?
Yeah, I got it right here. This is Jude chapter 1 verse 12. And when you read the book of Jude, this is during the time where it was a very, very high level. It was a very, very high level of apostasy going on at the time, where Jake was just pretty much fleeing at the time. When you read the book of Jude,
They was scared. They was a part of that 22,000 that went home because they was given the green light.
Yeah.
Apostasy. To turn your back on the truth.
And you're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna turn in their fringes when that time comes. And we move very close.
That's right.
We're out here proclaiming to the word Israelites, and everything that's going on, and the whole small head thing is going on. We believe that the movement is going to be tested. And those, that got the juice, got it. Those that don't got the juice, they gonna fall out.
That's right. That's right. Come on.
go ahead. Jude 1 and 12, it says, these are spots in your feast of charity, when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. And that without fear is without fear of Yahweh Shai, man, making the truth about yourself, like the apostle said earlier, man, making it about yourself. You see, filling your own belly.
Yeah, doing rap videos and T-shirts and apparel, selling shirts, and y'all know the deal.
When the Lord see that,
These other jokers, man, T-shirts and get your T-shirts, get your hats, get your paraphernalia. Huh?
That's a hit the cash app.
Yeah.
Just a sense of security. They don't think
Party Passovers.
Yep. But that's those ones that's drinking the water without paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
They don't have no fear of danger. They thinking they secure.
And they in danger like a motherfucker.
What's that?
You know what I'm saying?
Hellcat.
Is that it?
Yeah, it says, clouds they are without water, carried about of winds, trees whose fruit withereth, without fruit, twice dead, plucked up by the roots. And ultimately the reason as to why your fruit is twice dead is plucked up by the roots. When you read John 15, it tells you that Yahweh Shai, he's the vine. He said, look, the only way that you can live is through me. But when you want to make the truth about you, when you want to make it about your own
they're showing up in the Passover on a white horse, and you can't even ride the fucking horse.
Edomites at the Passover.
You got two Edomites got because he had to be there. Otherwise, he'd have fell off the fucking horse and broke his neck. Right, riding into the great, beneficent eyes, right, about you. The Passover was supposed to be a solemn affair, man. But it's about you. See? The other guy, I'm the commanding general, me, I'm the guy. The Passover's on me. Everybody come, bring your families. Right? Apostle Gabar did that video a couple of weeks ago. Stop playing with the Most High.
Right.
But is Jake gonna listen? No.
Not until the destruction.
Yeah.
Got people dropping dead now.
Yeah.
What you got, y'all wrong?
Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, you not as fools, but as wise.
That's what I'm saying. You a fool. You a fool if you drinking water in hostile territory, not looking around to see if somebody is aiming at you. You know what I'm saying? Even Esau drinking water like a hoe. He ain't looking around like that. Finna get demolished. You know what I'm saying? But fuck him. We talking about Gideon. Let's go.
Judges 7 and 7. And Yahweh said unto Gideon, by the 300 men that left will I save you, and deliver the Midianites in thine hand, and let all the other people go, every man unto his place. So the people took victuals in their hands and their trumpets, and he sent all the rest of Israel, every man unto his tent, and retained those 300 men, and the host of Midian was beneath him in the valley.
That's what I'm saying. So the Lord whittled down the army to what he wanted it to be. Who got that calculator out? Give me that number, Baba Kashab.
Yeah. What's the
9 billion minus 144,000.
right?
It's 8,999,856,000.
That's what I'm saying. That's a huge number. But that's all it's going to take for the Lord to correct that. Because a big number of that is going to be the elect. The rest of that is going to be killed to death. And there's a portion of that that's going into slavery. So the Lord is going to regulate billions of people with 144,000 men.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let that sink in. 144,000 men with the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai on them is going to correct billions.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Con, hey, if I may add to your point, Zaquan, that's what right now is going on the left-hand side. You know, Job 9, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, they say the 1% of the 1%. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The Rothschild, you know, the elite banking families, they're the ones that, you know, got their tentacles spread and, you know, basically affecting everybody else's life. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's how it's going to be in a righteous way. I got a precept too.
Break it out.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 14 and 6. It says, and Jonathan said to the young man that bare his armor, come and let us go over unto the garrison of these uncircumcised. It may be that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will work for us, for there is no restraint to the Lord to save by many or by few. And so, you know, we went into that account, you know what I mean? Jonathan and his armor bearer slew, you know.
Hey, somebody get that, one should chase 1,000?
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Finish your point.
Yeah, Jonathan and his armor bearer slew Philistines when they were outnumbered multiple times. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just goes to show that the Lord, you know, he ain't dealing with just a numerical value of how great the army is.
Bro, think about that.
Yeah.
When the cheerleaders was going in, Saul has killed his thousands. Mm-hmm. David killed 10,000s.
Man. That's a hook right there.
Just between those two men, look how many lives was claimed.
Y'all think you heard the song in the ancient world.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That'll make a nigga mad. Somebody say that song ain't like it was.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go, y'all, Roller.
Joshua chapter 23, verse 9. For the Lord had driven out from before you great nations and strong. But as for you, no man hath been able to stand before you unto this day. One man of you shall chase 1,000. For the Lord Yahweh shall your power. He it is that fighteth for you as he hath promised you.
And the Lord proved that with Samson. Mm-hmm. 1,000 dudes with a jawbone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. The Lord ain't telling you nothing he ain't done. Mm-hmm. Lord ain't blowing smoke up our backsides. Mm-hmm. Right? So when he told Gideon, I'm going to use you to save Israel, that's what he did. Yeah. Let that sink in today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, I'm going to take 12,000 men from each tribe. I'm going to have my son heading up the army. He got his archangels. That's what I'm saying. This thing is already set up. That's what I'm, look. They mad at us because we believe.
Yeah.
That's it.
The whole billions of people are pissed off at us because we believe the Bible. What you got, brother?
I got Isaiah chapter 40. I'm gonna start at verse 29. Isaiah 40 and 29. It says, He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, He increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles.
That's what I'm saying. Renew your strength. That go back to the strength we had long time ago. We those spirits. You see?
I got a quick precept.
Come.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1. Dare any of you have any matter against another go to the law before the unjust and not before the saints? Do you not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are you unworthy to judge the smallest matters?
Man.
Know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life?
Either you believe that or you don't. You see? And we believe that to the point where we wouldn't look foolish. Right? Going into that word foolish, being initiated by Yahweh Shai. You see? This thing wasn't given to ordinary mortals. You see, you got a whole bunch of ordinary mortals, you know what I'm saying, with their chest poked out. Like these words ain't real.
Yeah.
You know? Finish that, y'all, Robert? Was it more or was that it?
That was, I think that was it.
Alright, let's get back to
Now this is Judges 7 and 9. And it came to pass that same night that Yahweh said unto him, Arise, go thee down unto the host, for I have delivered it unto thine hand.
That's what I said. The Lord is about to deliver this devil into our hands, man. It's gonna go from the earth being given into the hands of the wicked to the earth being given into the hands of the righteous. You see? Esau's blessing was temporary when you go back to Genesis. Jacob's is forever. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 10. But if thou fear to go down with Pharaoh, thy servant, down to the host, and thou shalt hear what they say. That reminds you of the sit down you did yesterday. Like they're proclaiming, they're proclaiming that they were a problem. And afterwards shall thine hands be strengthened to go down unto the host. Then went he down with Pharaoh his servant unto the outside of the armed men that were in the host, and the Midianites and the Amalekites and all
the Amalekites. Yeah. Right? Midianites and Amalekites. You see? It's always the same people.
It's one land.
You know what I'm saying? the Amalekites and the Midianites. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord it's the Lord's pleasure to remove them.
That's right.
You see? Go ahead.
And the Midianites and the Amalekites and all the children of the east, lay along in the valley like grasshoppers for multitude, and the camels were without number, as the sand of the seaside for multitude. And when Gideon was come, behold, there was a man that told a dream unto his fellow, and said, Behold, I dreamed a dream, and lo, a cake of barley bread tumbled into the host of Midian, and came unto a tent, and smote it that it fell, and overturned it, and the tent lay alone. And his fellow answered and said, This is nothing else save the sword of Gideon, the son of Joash, and man of Israel, for into his hand hath the Most High delivered Midian and all the hosts.
And that's the thing. The Lord set Gideon up for that very purpose. You know? Just like he's setting us up, Lord willing, we endure to the end for that very purpose. You know what I'm saying?
We the judges right now. We don't have a king on the throne right now. You know what I'm saying? Our king has gone and passed through the spirit. You see?
Yeah.
We don't have an active king right now. So it's all about the judges. And the judges are being raised up. You see? Is there more?
I mean, it's gonna go
What?
to the encounter.
We can go ahead and end it there. But when y'all continue to read this story, you're gonna see how the Lord had the Midianites so shook that they were killing each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying?
Con.
That's the thing. If we endure to the end, if we strive for the truth unto death, the Lord is gonna fight for us.
Yeah.
That's the point. If you don't believe that the Lord is gonna fight for you, you're gonna sell out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to be comfortable behind enemy lines. You're gonna want to drink water without having to worry about nothing. That's not gonna happen till we in the kingdom, baby.
Right.
So while you drink this water, you better be looking the fuck around. Because if you're not, that means the Lord can't use you. You know? So hey, I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. Right? So with that, we want to give all praises to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the I can teach about the Mayam Wa'amak. Blessed sincerity and truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
No spirit, less flesh.